And a lot of people seem to be a little bit riled up about whatever is going on now in this country. And I had written a post about it. Rather, I was toying around with terms there, but I'd like to make it a little bit more clearer in this particular message. Bharata is still on track to a great future, and this is not saying I'm not saying this just because I am a Bharatiya and I do very strongly believe in the future of this country. I am saying this from a purely astrological standpoint. Yes, we shall see strife. Yes, we have seen tremendous strife. Our ancestors have experienced a lot over the last 400 years, from famines, from marginalization, from experiencing genocide, from experiencing starvation, from experiencing the worst natural disasters you could imagine of, from experiencing, racial discrimination, and from also experiencing internal fracture. We have seen a lot of it, and at a scale that humanity would tremble if we were ever to look at the history of what Indians have experienced so far. And now we are coming out of it. It is like a butterfly that confines itself in a cocoon and that undergoes a lot of pain and now is coming out of it. And that event is in 2020. And we all know that when a butterfly is trying to emerge out of its cocoon, the process is very painful. It is very difficult. People have to work harder. You have to work every day. You have to work more than 8-9 hours, and I do see the pain of my fellow Indians who are working hard, and a lot of people do go astray as well. You have a lot of people who fall off the path of dharma and they succumb to doing all sorts of adharmic activities, and we have that as well in our country. And in times of strife, you have corruption that takes over the country, but I am happy to report from an astrological standpoint that those times are getting over, and 2020 was the event that heralded the end of these difficult times. And I'm quite confident in the abilities of our countrymen, and judging solely from the plethora of requests I receive every single day on YouTube and elsewhere on the future of this country, I know that a lot of people from our country are concerned about this country, and that itself is a breath of relief, I would say. And astrologically, we are entering a great new time frame. Every 220 years approximately, there is a great shift in the cycles of prosperity and decline, and now that is tilting towards Bharata. It is our time to rise, and it shall not be without difficulty, but it sure shall transform the landscape of this country and how other countries look at us. And if people, I see a lot of frustration on the internet these days, and even in emails to me, I see frustration in people who discuss this subject with me, often people who are in fact of great influence themselves. They express the disdain they have for the present situation and the lack of hope. But I still would like to emphasize that we have seen these times earlier as well. In 1971, we had the US that was literally so loyal to Pakistan, and that basically supported the genocidal ambitions of Pakistan, that stood with it at every single moment, despite knowing that Pakistan was a country destined to its present state, discarded at the moment. And we see those days repeating again. And as I discussed in my previous videos, 1971 is nothing but repeating in 2025. We had the same escalation, military escalation between India and formerly India, that is Pakistan. And now we are seeing the same thing happening again. The same old mechanisms are repeating once again, and the same thing shall happen again. That is, India shall emerge out of this stronger. And of course, Pakistan is going to see, probably, as I mentioned in my previous video, another partition. The last time it tried some of these things, it was in a stronger position than it is today, and yet it experienced a worse situation in a matter of a few months. So stay strong. The right shall win. The ones who are walking on the path of dharma shall win. And I'm quite confident in the leadership of this country. We have been bestowed with, after a very, very long time, I must say, a very good leadership. This is not because I'm trying to support the government just politically. This is just out of an astrological analysis. What we were given as an Indian population, the leadership we were given in the last, say, 100 years had been dismal, to say the very least. The best and brightest were ignored, and leaders were chosen through nepotism, you could say. And now we are seeing that changing, and I'm still confident in what is going to happen. I have gone through, and basically have at several points of time been reading a lot of conspiracy theories, but only astrology and an astrological analysis has so far given me a clearer position on several matters in the world. And it is very clear that this country shall rise. So stay strong. Of course, we all need to work harder at everything, but stay strong, and this country shall emerge in such a way that the whole world shall be shaken by it. And several countries already know what is going to unfold, and hence they are partially envious, and some are partially afraid of what is to be of India, what is to happen to this country, and hence they are actively engaging in a way as to crush the growth of this country and the aspirations of its people. But that shall not stop us, and that should not stop us. That should not take away our hope. So stay strong, my dear friends. And for the rest of the world who's watching this video, people from different countries, of course, are watching this video, I would like to repeat one thing. Bharatiyas believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And whenever we have been at the zenith of our prosperity, we have never caused extreme inconvenience to the rest of society. Of course, there are bad actors everywhere. There are bad Indians, people who are born in this country who do not deserve the tag Indian. But yet, we have never caused extreme trauma to any other civilization and any other people whenever we reach the zenith of our prosperity. So I am confident that is what shall continue, and that is what shall prevail. Bharata will emerge in a very strong manner. A lot of things will change. Our political structures will change. Our legal structures will change. And all this will happen so fast in the next 10 to 15 years that we ourselves shall be perplexed by the pace. So I wish you all a very great few months ahead, and let's see how things pan out. And I shall make a few other videos with more particular details on these subjects. I haven't been able to, and of course I regret that, but I will try to be more regular with certain videos in the next few weeks. So Dhanyavad, Jai Shri Krishna, and wish you all the very best.